Okay, so today I'm going to do our interactive read aloud through a video because I had some other things that I wanted to do with you. But this is called The Name Jar, and it's by Yang Shuk Choi. Through the school bus window, Yan Hee looked out at the strange buildings and houses on the way to her new school. It was her first day, and she was both nervous and excited. She fingered the little block of wood in her pocket and remembered leaving her grandmother at the airport in Korea. Her grandmother had wiped away Yeonhae's tears and handed her an ink pad and a small red satin pouch. "Your name is inside," she said. "My name?" Yeonhae had wondered. Again, she took out the red pouch to look at the wooden block with her name carved in it, and she ran her fingers along the grooves and ridges of the Korean characters. She pictured her grandmother's smile. Is that the thing? Let me see if I can move that a little bit for you. Okay. Is that thing for show and tell? A boy asked Yeonhae, surprising her. Yeonhae looked up as more kids leaned over. "No, it's mine," Yeonhae answered quickly, putting the pouch in her pocket. "Are you new here? What's your name?" a girl asked. "Yeonhae," said Yeonhae. "Onnae?" a girl asked, scrunching her face. Onnae? The kids chanted. No, Yeonhae corrected. It's spelled Unhei. It's pronounced Yeonhae. Oh, Yeonhae, sorry. "Oh, Yeonhae, Yohei." Excuse me, the boy said. "Like you. Hey." "What about hey you?" Just then the bus pulled up to the school and the doors opened. Yeonhae hurried to get off. "Yohei, bye-bye," the kids yelled as she left. Yeonhae felt herself blushing. Yeonhae stood in the doorway of her noisy classroom. She was relieved that the kids on the bus had gone to other rooms, but her face still felt red. "Aren't you going in?" a curly-haired boy with lots of dots on his face said. So I love how they said lots of dots instead of freckles. "You're the new girl, right?" he asked cheerfully. Dots on his face? Oh, sorry. Yeonhae nodded. Before she could walk away, the boy took her hand and pulled her through the door. "Here's the new girl," he announced so loudly that the teacher, Mr. Kokotos, almost dropped his glasses. Mr. Kokotos thanked him and greeted Yeonhae. "Please welcome our newest student," he said to the class, and her family just arrived from Korea last week. She and her family just arrived from Korea last week. Yeonhae smiled broadly and tried not to show her nervousness. "What's your name?" Yeonhae pictured the kids on the bus. I haven't picked one yet," she told the class, but I'll let you know by next week." As Mr. Kokoto showed her to her desk, she felt many round, curious eyes on her. "Why doesn't she have a name?" she heard someone whisper. "Maybe she robbed a bank in Korea and needs a new identity," a boy replied. On the bus home, nobody teased her, but Yeonhae kept thinking about her name. "How was school, Yeonhae?" her mother asked when she walked in. "Did you understand the teacher?" Oops, it's Yeonhae, sorry. Yeonhae simply nodded. She unpacked her school bag and set the red pouch by the photograph of her grandmother. "I'm glad you are learning English well," her mother said. "You must study hard, behave nicely, and get good grades to show that you're a good Korean." "I will," replied Yeonhae. But I think I would like my own American name," she said quickly. Her mother looked at her with surprise. "Why? Yeonhae is a beautiful name. Your grandmother and I went to the name master for it." "But it's so hard to pronounce," Yeonhae complained. "I don't want to be different from all the American kids." "You are different, Yeonhae," her mother said. "That's a good thing." Yeonhae wrinkled her nose. Later that day, Yanhai and her mother went to the grocery store in their new neighborhood. They passed Fadil's Falafel, Tony's Pizza, Dot's Deli. A big graffiti-painted garbage truck roared like a lion as it took off down the street. There's some figurative language there for you. Nothing sounded or looked familiar until they got to Kim's Market. The sign was in both English and Korean. Her mother picked up the cabbage to make kimchi, Korean-style spicy pickled cabbage and other vegetables and meat. She also found some seaweed, Yanhai's favorite for soup. It made her smile. Just because you've moved to America, her mother said, doesn't mean we stop eating Korean food. At the checkout counter, a friendly man smiled at Yanhai. Helping your mother with the shopping? He asked. Yanhai, I'm Mr. Kim, he said. And what is your name? Yanhai, she answered. Oh, what a beautiful name, he said. Doesn't it mean Grace? Yanhai nodded again. My mother and my grandmother went to the name master for it, she told him. A graceful name for a graceful girl, Mr. Kim said, as he put their groceries into a bag. Welcome to the neighborhood, Yanhai. That evening, Yanhai stood in front of the bathroom mirror. Hi, my name is Amanda, she said cheerfully. Then she wrinkled her nose. Hi, my name is Laura. Maybe not. Her smile turned down. Nothing sounded right. Nothing felt right. I don't think American kids will like me, she worried as she began to brush her teeth. My name is Susan, she said to the mirror with a mouthful of toothpaste. I think that's Susan, maybe? The next morning, when Yanhai arrived at school, she found a glass jar on her desk with some pieces of paper on it. Yanhai took one out and read it. Daisy. That's my baby sister's nickname. But she said you could use it if you want, said Cindy, who sat next to her. Yanhai took out the rest of the paper. Tamila, she said. I got it from a storybook, said Nate. She was so smart and brave. Yanhai nodded and unfolded another piece. Wednesday. You came here on Wednesday, said Ralph. Oh, thank you for your help. A smile spread on Yanhai's face. Ralph quickly said, well, put more names in it, and you can pick whatever you like, or pick them all. You'll have the longest name in history. So it looks like maybe she's perking up a little bit. So the jar helped the character trait change a bit. So she was always nervous and worried and upset about her name and about being at the new school. But now if you see her face, so this is like a changing point in the story for her. At 3 o'clock, the bell rang for the end of school. Yanhai looked out the window and saw it was sprinkling. It's the same rain, she thought, but in a different place. She watched the kids leaving in groups. Hey, said a familiar voice, called out behind her. Yanhai turned around to see curly-haired boy again. I'm Joey, he said, and you don't have any name? Yanhai thought for a moment. Well, I can show you, she said, and she took out a small red pouch and pressed the wooden block on the ink pad and then stamped it on a piece of paper. That's my name stamp, she said. My grandmother gave it to me. In Korea, I can use it as my signature when I open up a bank account or write a letter. And whenever I miss my grandma, I use it to fill out a piece of paper. Or I use it to fill a piece of paper. Want to try it? She offered a stamp to Joey, and he carefully inked the stamp and pressed it hard on the paper. The red characters gleamed against the whiteness. Wow, that's beautiful, Joey said. Can I keep the paper? Sure, Yanhai said. And then the two of them shared her umbrella as they walked to the school bus. Every day the jar got fuller with more names. Yanhai read them all. She found a few names that she liked. Miranda, Stella, Avery. They sounded interesting. I hope you choose the name I put in, Marco told her at snack time. I've put 3 more in, said Ralph. Madison, Park, and Lex. They're my favorite street names. Maybe you should close your eyes and draw out a name, Rosie suggested. Ralph frowned. That's silly. What if she doesn't like the name she draws? Well, we didn't get to choose our names, but when we were born, did we? Rosie argued. Everyone thought about this. So it looks like maybe she's meeting some friends. When Yanhei got home from school that day, her little brother ran to give her a letter. It was from Grandma. She opened it quickly. To my Yanhei. I hope you are enjoying your new school and your new friends. Be sure to help your mother and your little brother. Here, the moon is up, but there, the sun is up. No matter how far apart we are, and no matter how different America is from Korea, you'll always be my Yanhei. Your grandma, forever. Yanhei took out her wooden stamp and filled a paper with it. She thought for a long time in front of the bathroom mirror. On Saturday, she walked over to Mr. Kim's store. Mr. Kim was helping a customer, but he looked up and greeted her. Hi, Yanhei. Hello, Mr. Kim. Yanhei replied, and she felt as if she would back in her old neighborhood in Korea. Hey, said a customer, turning around. It was Joey. Your name is Yanhei. Or Yanhei. He asked her with her eyes open wide. She looked quickly at Mr. Kim and then turned to Joey. She nodded slowly. Yes, it's pronounced Yanhei. And it means grace, said Mr. Kim, added. Yanhei, said Joey. And he slowly turned, and this time, perfectly. Joey said slowly, and this time perfectly. It made Yanhei smile. Yanhei smile. I'll have it ready tomorrow, said Mr. Kim to Joey. Thank you, Mr. Kim. See you Monday, Yanhei, Joey said to her. He left before she could think or ask him why he was at the store. On Monday, he came to class. Oh, I'm not going to have enough time to finish. Early to look at the names one last time. But the jar wasn't on the desk. Instead, there was just a single piece of paper. Paper with the name on it. Yanhei slipped it in her pocket. Where's your name jar? Ralph asked as soon as he saw it was gone. I don't know, Yanhei said. It wasn't on Mr. Kokotos's desk or on any other desk, and it wasn't on the counters or any shelves. I'm going to pause there because I'm going to start a new video, so I'll be right back. Just kidding, I'm going to do a little bit more. As the other kids arrived, they helped look. Soon Mr. Kokotos came, and Ralph shouted out, The name jar is gone! Gone, said Mr. Kokotos. With a look of concern, he asked Yanhei, Did you by chance read all of the names? She nodded. She took a deep breath. I'm ready to introduce myself, she said. Yanhei wrote her name in English and Korean on the chalkboard. I like the beautiful names and funny names you thought for me. She told the class. But I realized that I like my own name best, so I chose it again. Korean names mean something. Yanhei means grace. Grace. Everyone tried to say it. Yahiya, yahi, yaho. Yanhei said her name slowly and clearly. Soon the kids began to say it better. Even Mr. Kokotos. They applauded Yanhei's choice. I was named after a flower, Rosie said. Lots of American names have meanings too, Mr. Kokotos reminded everyone. When the class was dismissed, Yanhei heard her new friends say goodbye. But bye Yanhei, see you tomorrow. Goodbye Yanhei. Yanhei said goodbye and then looked around for Joey, but he was already gone. Yanhei came downstairs. Mother, Yanhei, come downstairs, Mother called up. Your friend is here. She rushed down to see who she rushed down to see who she meant. There stood Joey. In his arms was the name jar. Where did you find it? Said Yanhei breathlessly. Joey looked embarrassed. Well, I took it, but only because I wanted you to keep your own name. And you did. He reached in and pulled out the names. Do you want to keep it? He asked. Thank you. I'll keep it as a souvenir, she said happily. And then she pulled out a piece of paper from her pocket. Do you want this back? Joey grinned. You can keep it. I'll return the name jar to the class. Maybe you could put the Korean nicknames in for us. Names with good meanings. I could do that, she said. I've already got a Korean name, Joey said. Mr. Kim helped me choose it. Carefully pulled out something from his pocket. It was a dark wooden stamp like hers. Chinku. It means best friend. Okay, quickly, I wanted to share before my time is up. The problem for Yanhei is that she isn't happy with her name at school. The solution is that Joey and Mr. Kim help her see that her name fits her by stealing the jar at the end of the day. So, again, the problem is, the solution is, I'm sorry I had to do that quickly. I hope you guys have a wonderful day.